Hello, my name is Cooper, and welcome back to my Unity level. So today we're checking out the final build of this level. I added everything, pretty much everything that I needed to, but what I was focusing on was level aesthetics, level objects, lighting, construction, and other things, which was fixing the bugs. And I would be doing it in my build right now, but for some reason, no matter what I did, the build would not, like, at all do any audio. I looked up so many fixes for it, none of them worked, so we're just gonna settle for this today, and whatever, because the sounds make this great. The sounds are like the best part. So, and then I figured out how to make this full screen, so and then what I did was I also changed the UI, pointing at the screen as if you could see, I changed the coins and health bar and stuff like that. I changed those to be a little bit smaller just so they would fit on the full screen a little bit better. But let's go through it. First of all, I'm going to die real quick because I didn't do that last time. So we'll get through everything. But stupid. Sorry. Hold on. All right. So what I fixed with this room, or what I changed with this room, is I added these ceiling lamps. So the lights aren't coming from flicking nowhere, dude. But I changed that, and we got a full bounty on the table, dude. But yeah, so I added a bunch more food, so it just seems a little bit more lively. Get this off of there. Whatever. But that's what I changed with this room. Pretty simple. Oh, and what I did was I also changed it so that the balls, that was another bug that I had to fix. The balls don't go all the way through the wall, or like they don't travel so long that they damage you over there. But yeah. Oh my god, this room again. Boom. Well, that was just, you saw that. That was just unfair. That was just unfair. Coming right for me. Wait, what the heck? Triceratops skulls shooting out regular skulls? That's crazy. But yeah, that's another, okay, cool. That's another thing that I changed, was I changed, so the projectiles aren't just coming out the wall randomly. And then I also added more skeletons, so, I mean, and then okay. I also changed the lighting, just so it's like the position of it, just because like I feel like I added stuff and it just didn't match. It just feels like more ominous just having it like kind of like glow, But yep, the Triceratops and more skeletons for this room. Stupid. The audio, like the sound effects in this are what make it. So I couldn't do the build if it just didn't have any audio. But I am going to submit that obviously, but. Yerpy derpy. What the heck? Ominous black smoke that I wanted from the first place. So I figured out how to do that. That goes into level aesthetics, obviously, but I'm very glad I did that. I think it looks much better than just nonsense. But I changed the gargoyles to majestic lions, so I feel like I'm pretty proud of that. Yep, but the main thing is the lighting, and obviously, if we look up, whoo, God, I'm proud of that. Yeah, this is my definitely favorite part, was just finally getting the actual look of the moon to show, because this is my intentional level design. God, what a great, I'm very proud of this room, if you couldn't tell. But, yeah, I mean, look at that. Beautiful. But then, we got, yeah. And that's another thing. Sorry, it's just so obnoxious how fast I had to make it. But I couldn't meet with my instructor to finish this, so, or you, Mr. Angel, listening. Sorry, we couldn't meet up and fix the issue. But yeah, so the gravity, the weird like rope effect that it has, I just didn't know how to fix it. So that's minus 1 point. But it still works, so not too crazy. But this hallway, I tried to add new stuff, and it just like here, and it just didn't really work. But it just like the hitboxes then also just kind of looked ugly. But I did add this. This is cool, like the dragon skull in the little corridors. It feels like it adds a lot to the hallway, I think. Wait, what the heck? What the heck is that? Julius Caesar? what are you doing here? So I obviously added Julius Caesar to the ceiling because I thought it was funny. And, you know, that's the main thing. If I find it funny, I'm definitely going to add it because, you know, this isn't just turning it in just to turn it in. I have passion with this, so I'm glad I did that. But what I did is I added 2 new mushrooms along with Julius Caesar. I added 2 new mushrooms and changed lighting just so it's like if we go out here, it's like the room is much more bright now. And, you know, I'm glad this room was like this, but cha. Anyway. And boom. That's how we do it. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed. And am I forgetting anything else? Let's double check, shall we? Norp. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.